Hello all and welcome to another pickups video, and today I have got for you a handful of Xbox 360 games because I always have a handful of Xbox 360 games to show you. Well, it is the main set that I am going for, but I also got a new system to show you and some games for it. But before we show you all that, I've got a Funko Pop to show you as well, and yes, it is just this one here that's been on the screen the whole time from the start, and it is Buzz Lightyear as Mrs. Nesbit. Now, Toy Story is one of my favourite films of all time. It is a franchise that I really love, and I've decided recently that I'd like to start collecting a few Funko Pops. I want to collect some horror ones, but that will be just horror ones sort of cherry picked from certain franchises, and Toy Story ones, but just Toy Story ones. I do like my Disney, but I only want to collect Toy Story ones, and I only want to collect ones that I'm going to pick up for cheap, for a good price, and sort of characters and sort of sculpts that I really like, and that is where this fits in. It's as I say, it's Buzz Lightyear as Mrs. Nesbit from the very first Toy Story. You know, that moment where he's told he's not a space ranger, and then he goes to try and fly out of the window at Sid's house and falls a great little drop and hits the floor, and his arm comes off. And then Sid's sister comes along, picks him up, dresses him up like this, and plays with him and a load of dolls, and gives him the name Mrs. Nesbit. And I just love the fact that his arm broke off, and obviously in this they've included his arm sort of broken off, holding the teapot as Mrs. Nesbit does in the film. I do like that. It's a neat little touch. As I say, I just want to cherry pick the ones that I like and the cheap ones. And this one I got off eBay. It was only £6.50 with £3.50 postage, so it was exactly a tenner. So yeah, as I say, only going to be picking up the cheap ones. I'm not going to be paying like £1.50 for a flocked, a lot so from Toy Story 3. That ain't happening. So this is the second one I've got of these now. It's going to go alongside my Alien, which was very kindly gifted to me by my good friends Ross and Chrissy. Thank you guys, absolutely love that. And yeah, we've only got one horror one, so I'll be looking to add to those as well. And each one of them will have a load of mystery sort of minis sort of scattered around in front of them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to collecting a few of those and just displaying some movie stuff that I really like in Funko Pop and figure format. Anyway, on to some games. Let's show you some games now. We'll start with the handful of Xbox 360 games, and I'll be honest with you, there's nothing overly special amongst this. It's just ticking a few more off the list, and we're going to start off with something that's definitely not special. It's just a sports game. It is just NBA 2K9. But it just bugged me that I've got a load of the 2K games. I picked a lot of them up off Music Magpie fairly recently. And I had 7 all the way through to 14 with the exception of 9. And for some reason, 9 was a little bit more uncommon than all the other ones. It just didn't seem to be around as much. But yeah, you're always going to find games like this on eBay. I did find a few copies of it. I won this one on an auction for £1.20 with £1.20 postage. Now, it is £1.50 at CEX, so I paid less than the sale price without postage, but I paid more if I had gone into a store and found it. But if I had ordered it off CEX with postage, I've saved there. So there we go, there's a few comparisons for you. But of course, you know, the good thing about buying off eBay that I really do like is that I specifically will only buy it off people that have taken the time and the trouble to at least show you that it's come with the manual within their pictures. So yeah, I mean, it's been attacked by game at some point in its life there and a sticker slapped on it. That doesn't bother me. It's just got to be in there. It's just got to be in there. Sometimes that can be dealt with, and even if it can't be dealt with, it doesn't really bother me that much. So yeah, just ticking that off the list. As I say, I had NBA 2K 7 to 14 without 9. The other gap that I was missing beyond 14, because I've got 16, was 15. So guess what I did? I went and nabbed 15 as well. Now, this is a £4 game in CEX, and I saw someone had it at Buy It Now for $5.99, and it was, I was going to say, again, well photographed, bit of paper in there, extra bit of paper in there as well, bit of paper in there. The manual's in there with the extra bit of paper, and I thought, you know, I'll watch that, because if I was to buy it from CEX and have it delivered, it's exactly what it will cost me. It will cost me £4 plus £1.95. It will cost me £5.95. So what I did is I watched it. A lot of the time I'll watch things, and then, you know, a lot of times seller will pick up on the fact you're watching it, so they'll chuck an offer at, you know, here's an offer for you. And sure enough, 48 hours later, a couple of days later, the seller has knocked 50p off, £5.49. Would you like it? So I just counter offered with £4, expecting them to come back to me with a bit less, and it was literally accepted nearly instantly within the minutes. And I was like, oh, okay. So I got the price that CX would sell this for if I was to find it in their store, but delivered right to my front door and in great condition, as I say, with manual, unattacked by game, an extra little bit of paperwork in there, which is always nice if you get it. So just another one there crossed off the list. sports titles, for some reason, is something I kind of want to focus on this year. I just want to get them done and try and hunt down those dearer ones that are worth a little bit of money as well for less. I mean, I do need FIFA 18 and 19, but there's no way I'm paying 20 quid and 40 quid for those two. I will, yeah, they're the ones that can turn up at charity shops surely at some point. Okay, so next I've got 3 games which I bought from a charity shop all at once. So priced up at 50p each or 3 for a pound. So obviously I took the 3 for a pound. Luckily enough for me, they had 2 that I needed and 1 that obviously I made it up with because, well, I'll explain that why in a minute. But anyway, the 2 that I needed, and this is why you should always have a list on your phone. First one up, yep, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas. Now, I saw this cover, and my instant thought was, I've got this. And sure enough, I've got my phone out, and it said, no, I haven't got this. This isn't part of the pickups. This is part of the collection I've already got. Sure enough, the one that I have got is Rainbow Six Vegas 2, and it's just, how similar are those covers? So, it was, yeah, brilliant that I actually have gone to my own troubles of putting a list on my phone and picking up this one here. So yeah, I've got both of the Vegases now, and so part of a 3 for a pound deal. And of course, we've got a nice clean, crisp manual in there. Look, fresh off the print kind of, cleanness and mintiness there. Loving it. When I'm in the charity shops, I must admit, I take the discs out and check them because you just got to, because yeah, a lot of charity shop discs do end up a little bit bad. Lovely condition disc as well. So it's nice to have Rainbow Six Vegas as well as Rainbow Six Vegas 2 with your very samey covers. Okay, the next one I picked up is another Tom Clancy's game. I was going to say it's part of that 3 for a quid deal. And Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Now, again, another reason why it's always good to have a list on your phone, although I kind of remembered that I didn't have this singularly. Here's one from my collection, not part of these pickups. I picked up this compilation before. Now, for me, I always kind of think these sort of compilations in this single case are part of the set, so I like to get them as well. For me, that's each to their own. Some people just want a copy of the game and they don't bother with the compilations. They just get the singular copies. But for me, I like to have them, and I think for me, they are part of what needs to be part of my set. So, yeah, I knew that I didn't have it singularly, so I'll put that back. Thank you. So, when I saw that there, I nabbed that as well. That's going into the wall of 360 as well. And again, all the extra little bit of paperwork there. Nice, again, sort of fresh off the print, clean manual, unattacked by game, and of course flip the disc round. It's in great condition. So they were the only 2 games that I needed. They had, obviously, they had a handful of FIFAs, as they always do, but they also had, for my 3rd game, for a quid, Forza Motorsport 3, as I say, already got this, had this one for ages. Now, I haven't checked the price recently because I picked these 3 up in a charity shop in between lockdowns 2 and 3, but before we was in Tier 4. There we go. It's horrible that we have to explain it like that. So yeah, I nabbed this one as well. It's a nice, nice copy of the game. Both discs in there because I know with Forza Motorsport 3 you've got to check that there's both a game disc and an install disc. They were both in there. Again, flipped them around. Both the discs are in good condition, and it's got a manual there. Yeah, it's been attacked by a game. We've got the extra bit of white paper there. I'll probably check that mine has got that. And yeah, it's just because obviously, 3 for a pound. You're not going to pick up 2 for a pound when you get 3 for a pound. Anyway, this trades in at CEX, or it did do when I checked at the time. I haven't checked it lately. It trades in for a quid. So I'm buying 2 games for the collection and then getting my money back in trade credit, which of course I'm going to use at CEX. Okay, so we're nearly onto the system, but I'm going to show you a game which I was very fortunate to win. Do you know what? I've never won anything over the tubes before, and I was very, very privileged that I was able to win this as such. And it's a game for the Evercade. I was on a stream to do with the Evercade from James at Itsmuchmore. I'll put a link to his channel in the description. Nice lad, James, does a lot for other people. So yeah, they had a competition in their live stream to win this Evercade game, multi-game cartridge, the Oliver Twins collection. And what they did is they put up an image of a Christmas tree because it was just after Christmas, I think. And the question was, first one in the chat to get it right, or the nearest at the end of the question time would win it. And it was how many Christmas crackers were on this tree. Now you can see a few at the front, but I knew there'd be some around the back. And instantly, I just typed down. I was first to type anything down. I just typed down 13. Reason why 13 is actually my lucky number. I'm not superstitious, that's why 13 is my lucky number. I do realise that's a very contradictory statement I've made. So I just typed in 13, loads of people had guesses, and the answer was 12, and I was the nearest and first to be nearest, because I think someone said 11 as well, right towards the end, but because I opened up with 13 and was only one away, I won it. And of course, yeah, James contacted me, I gave him my details, and yeah, in no time at all, the game came through the mail. And I've always been interested in getting an Evercade, so I was very fortunate that, I started my collection before I even got the system. before I even got the system. Hang on a minute, haven't I got a new system to show you in this video as well? The reason why I've got a new system to show you in this video is Christmas money that I got, I was always going to use it to buy myself. I have gone and joined a lot of people recently in buying an Evercade. So yes, the Evercade is my new system. I went for the premium pack. I bought it off Amazon for $79.99 delivered. Yeah, I thought for the extra, I think it was like, what, $59.99 was for one game. And when these sort of cost £15 each, it just seemed logical to sort of go for the premium pack and get the 3 games for 20 quid rather than just get one game and then spend £30 on, you know what I mean? You're saving yourself a tenner basically. So yeah, I went for the premium pack. Now, I could have done an unboxing on the channel, but I didn't see the point of it. I think there's plenty of unboxings out there. However, I was going to say this slips off into a lovely presented box. You open this up, by the way, and I'll tell you one thing: the Evercade is well packed. It ain't going nowhere. When I try to get out of the plastic, it was firmly gripped in there. So it's well packed, it's well secure in there as well. So delivery won't be an issue. You haven't got to worry about any damage to the delivery, to be honest with you. They've done a great job of packing this in. Lovely, beautiful box presentation. I kind of have kept it on display as well because I like the look of it so much. So yeah, I've got it sort of on display next to my boxed game gear. So yeah, really loving that. So let's have a look at the system. As if by magic, it's already out of the box. Here it is. And I have to say, I am massively impressed with the quality of it. Everything about this feels good and sturdy. I've had a little go of it. The button's very strong and clicky. I love it. The cartridge slot there. It is just a very solidly built handheld. And I'm very impressed with it. Very impressed with the build quality. And I'm enjoying it a lot already. So very pleased to finally have myself an Evercade. So I just had a new system and I had some games for it. So let's just pop that back up there and bring the 3 games down into view. And obviously these are the ones that come with it. Now, they did all come sealed, but I've had them all out and had a go of at least one thing on all of them. So coming with it is number 1, the Atari Collection 1. And there's loads on here, absolutely loads on here. There you go, 20 games included. And I'll turn it around just in case people want to see what's in there. It's just nice that they've actually gone to the trouble of not just putting a list there. They've actually pictured the front cover arts for all of them. And what did I ever go on? I had to go on Asteroids to try it out with, just Asteroids, and then I moved on to the next one. And I have to say, these boxes, by the way, they're really sturdy. They're really nice to look at. And game is held in there well. You even get a little manual with them. Yeah, a little manual with them as well. So really like that. Very impressed with this as well. Even say the system is sturdy built. The boxes for the hold the games in a sturdy built. Absolutely bang up job they're doing there with the Evercade. So game number 2 in the box is the Namco Museum Collection 1. And there are 11 games included in this one. And here's everything that is on the back here. And I do believe the game that I had a little go on this one was Galaxian. Do love myself a little bit of Galaxian. Although I should probably stick this in and have a go at Pac-Man. Because you've got to play Pac-Man on a Namco Collection, haven't you? But again, just a nice little sturdy little box. And as I say, there's the manual on that one. As you can see, it's just lovely that, yeah, you can cover up pictures on the back. And it's just not just a list. Really liking that. And then the third and final, which is the one that I put in first out of the 3 that I had. That one, the Namco Collection, by the way, was number 2. Forgot to show you that, number 2. This one is number 4. And this is the Interplay Collection number 1. And I saw that cover there. It's got Earthworm Jim in it. Love Earthworm Jim. But I love my beat 'em ups, and the moment I got this, I was just like, I'm going to put the Interplay one in and play Clay Fighter first, and I did, and I didn't do very well. Clay Fighter is tough. It is really tough, but nevertheless, absolutely, really enjoyed playing it. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is my pickups video, and we've joined the Evercade club. There's a lot of people getting Evercades as of late. Now, I was going to say I did want to get one. I was very interested in getting one from day one, but I just had my doubts just a little bit about getting one from day one. But it just does seem to be going from strength to strength and releasing more and more collections, and some real absolute doozies of a collection are coming up. But ladies and gentlemen, that is everything for this pickups video. I think it does just leave me to thank you for watching. Thank you very much for watching. And if you've enjoyed this video, hitting a little thumbs up would be great. Subscribe if you're new and all that jazz. But honestly, thank you very much for watching. And as always, please do take care.